Hello, welcome to this update for parts of Australia and New Zealand and also some other islands. So let's see what's happening. We still have some storms around Australia, some areas there, and especially northwestern Australia and eastern Australia there during the next few days. So today, Tuesday, and last Monday, yesterday, we had more storms parts of Queensland and also South Australia, many areas. Many of those storms had like some destructive wind gusts and heavy rain. So we might have some of those similar things tomorrow, Wednesday. So it's already Wednesday there because this European time. But Wednesday afternoon on the 13th shows more stronger storms near like Queensland, many parts of New South Wales, even Victoria. Some storms in the afternoon in northwestern Australia. So be aware there, but especially like in Queensland and those areas. There's this map from the Bureau of Meteorology. They have some severe thunderstorm potential near like Queensland and New South Wales. Severe thunderstorms likely, and some severe thunderstorms possible near other parts of New South Wales and Queensland, and also in Western Australia, and more storms along those other areas. So be aware there. The European model shows a storm or two in northern Queensland and like Northern Territory, some areas as well. Northwestern Australia on Thursday, the 14th, shows more across Western Australia and Queensland. This goes there. So like Friday the 15th, maybe some more Northern Territory. In some areas still on Saturday the 16th shows some more widespread storms northwestern Australia, and some might be strong or even severe. Then this goes there, still shows some bigger storms like on Sunday the 17th across New South Wales, because it shows this front on Saturday to South Australia, and some powerful storms around Sunday the 17th in Victoria, Queensland and New South Wales. And these storms next Saturday and Sunday, plus the storms today, Wednesday, could have some severe characteristics like very damaging winds, could cause downed trees and power lines, and especially some hail and some other dangerous stuff like some heavy downpours as well and flash flooding. So be careful during those storms in all those areas in Western Australia to Northern Australia, and especially by next weekend the storms showing more storms in Queensland, New South Wales, especially in Victoria, and the front in Tasmania, and then we might have more stuff later near Western Australia or some areas. So be aware. There's the GFS, shows Wednesday today some bigger storms in Queensland, New South Wales, more there like in another a part or two of Victoria and Northern Australia, but especially in Queensland, be careful those severe storms there. This goes and will drift towards New Zealand there with more rain, and then does show more storms Thursday, northwestern Australia, some other areas like still a finger or two Friday around Queensland and New South Wales, the GFS shows, and then on Saturday also has that front with Victoria and New South Wales, with potentially more severe storms on Sunday, the 17th there, and maybe some stuff across Western Australia as well next Sunday and Monday. So be aware in those areas. There's the access model has uh, let's see if it yes, it has those severe storms today, Wednesday, this afternoon, parts of Queensland, southeastern Queensland and northeastern New South Wales. So be careful there. Shows some storms in Victoria, some rain there as well. But those storms might be concerning there, Queensland and New South Wales. And here you can check the warnings and everything. They always have like severe weather and severe thunderstorm warnings. So stay tuned with the forecast and the warnings and everything. So let's see, this is Wednesday, show some scare storms Northern Territory, Western Australia. Thursday the 14th, maybe more northwestern Australia, a little bit heavier. Some rain on the west, and still shows a storm or two in Queensland, New South Wales on Thursday. This goes On Friday shows more Western Australia, some more storms, Central Western Australia and Northwestern Australia, but still shows a finger or two in the east there. And yeah, the, and then Saturday the 16th still shows some storms across Western Australia, and Sunday those bigger storms in New South Wales and Victoria. So be aware in those areas. There's the icon too. It has those big storms this afternoon, Wednesday, New South Wales and Queensland. Has more there, northwestern Australia. It does have a storm or two, like northern Queensland, some areas there. This is Thursday, more northwestern Australia. Friday, some big ones still in northern western Australia. It shows more like Friday, finger or two in Queensland, but not much. Saturday shows some storms western Australia still, especially in the north. This is the icon, a different model. Shows then Saturday the front there in Victoria, in New South Wales, those stronger storms, maybe Tasmania too, and Queensland later next week. So be aware in those areas and be careful with the storms. The rain accumulation until Sunday the 17th, the icon has like some 89 millimeters, parts of the northern territories, some 41 millimeters, more central Western Australia too, northern territories some rain there, especially like Western Australia in the northernmost parts there. A shower too in the south, especially the front on Friday and Saturday. It shows a rain in Victoria from the system on Sunday the 17th, more than 97 millimeters into New South Wales, shows a lot too, especially the storms in like Queensland, more than 50 millimeters. And if the storm is very strong, maybe even more rain than that in a single storm. So uh, be aware. And then it shows northern Queensland choose some 64 millimeters, and now the European, it has across northwestern Australia, those areas of 67 millimeters, 51, 26, and more storms generally across Western Australia there in some areas. Then it has northern Queensland, some storms too, near the north there. It shows more Northern Territory, northwestern parts, and just central Northern Territory, but especially in central to eastern Queensland, some 64 millimeters, more in eastern Queensland, and shows there more for New South Wales, some 76 millimeters, more than Victoria, those areas. So be careful with the storms there in terms of severe wind, flash floods, and like hail and other severe stuff, lightning, and you never know if there can be like a tornado or two. It usually requires very specific environments, but you never know. So always be weather aware with those storms. So let's see here. It shows like in the GFS, a different model is like some 66 millimeters just north of Brisbane, some 54 millimeters, so it has a lot. Southeastern Queensland has more. New South Wales too, especially near Canberra, some 56 millimeters, and the GFS has some areas of like 98 to like 108 millimeters across Western Australia there. So be aware because those storms can be intense too across Western Australia and Northwestern Australia as well. So be careful in those areas, and yeah, some more rain in Tasmania from the system Saturday and Sunday, and those areas there. So be aware. There's this thunderstorm map as well, shows those strong storms there in Queensland and New South Wales, northwestern Australia. This is today, Wednesday. Thursday shows more across the north and the west there. Later into this weekend, and we're really showing some strong stuff next Sunday. So yeah, this is interesting too. And let's see, this is the cape, like the available energy in the atmosphere for storms to use to grow. So there's a lot of cape in northwestern Australia because of the warm seas there, and like near northern Queensland and northern Territory too, a lot of cape, but parts of eastern Queensland, New South Wales does show some like 2,000 joules per kilogram, and some are cape there as well. It, uh, it changes during the day because of the sun, and like the storms pass through it and eat the cape and everything, but does show more occasionally parts of eastern Australia, but especially in the north because of those warm waters there, and some branching to western Australia too. So yeah, be aware. And the wind gust, this is just a general wind gust by itself. It's not the wind gust that will happen inside the thunderstorms. For example, like Monday we had a storm near Western Australia or South Australia with close to 124 kilometer per hour gusts. So the wind shown here is not from the storm. So let's see. Shows some gusty winds Wednesday. Today, part to Western Australia, some areas there. In the ocean, a tiny bit gustier, some other areas. A little bit windier, Victoria, and a part or two of Tasmania. This is Wednesday. Thursday shows more there across Western Australia, a little bit windier conditions, but it does show like stronger winds on the 15th, close to 101 kilometer per gusts on like Friday the 15th. Southeastern Western Australia shows more there across central Western Australia, and because of that front there, so this is Saturday, the front moving across South Australia with some stronger gusts close to 70 and 80 kilometer per gusts. This goes there, and like a part of it goes into Northern Territory, some strong gusts, and some other parts in like Victoria and New South Wales, some strong gusts there. So be careful. And also a gust in the two in southwestern Australia late Saturday into Sunday, and then this moves on there. And still strong gust or two next Monday, the 18th, near Tasmania or southwestern Australia, and another spot or two. So be aware, but this is just a model. It will change. There's some different models too. They show similar things around Western Australia, some areas, and later the front in South Australia. This model doesn't have as strong as the other model, but like this model here, for example, has some occasional stronger winds near South Australia on Saturday, and especially in Tasmania Sunday the 17th. This model has stronger winds, so be aware. And the temperatures are still very high across the north there, close to 42, 43 degrees in many areas. Queensland some 41, 40 degrees. In the south a little bit less, some 14, 21 degrees, but very hot across the north. This is Wednesday afternoon tomorrow, and even later in the afternoon shows all the way to 45 degrees in Marble Bar there, Western Australia, 44, 45 degrees. So be careful with the heat, stay cool, and drink a lot of water and everything. So beware. Shows in Queensland there, mainly western Queensland, so 41, 40 degrees, northern Queensland more than 39 degrees, 38. A little bit less on the coast, but the interior areas very hot. It goes down at night, show like some 8 degrees, 6, 7 degrees in southern Australia, and Tasmania some 1 degree, some interior areas, and 12, 8 degrees along the coast. It does go down at night in the north, but some areas only goes down to like 32 degrees and like 33, 28 degrees. So there's not much relief overnight from those very hot temperatures. So uh, be careful with like constant heat and don't stay in the sun too much because of heat exhaustion and other stuff. So be aware. Shows like 42 degrees some parts of Queensland, 43 Western Australia. This is Thursday. Friday still showing even southern Western Australia some 40 degrees, 42 and for 41 in Queensland, except Eastern Queensland is quite fine, but Western Queensland, Northern Queensland is very hot. Northern Territory next Saturday, the 16th, shows this front moving through there, some cooler temperatures, but well ahead of that front shows like 39 to 40 degrees ahead of it. Even down to Victoria, some 32 degrees, New South Wales and some areas. It's still hot in Western Australia. Next Sunday, the 17th, it will be a little bit less in the south, and but still like central northern Queensland shows all the way to 43 degrees, Northern Territory, and some areas there. So be careful with that heat. Some other models have different things, but all show it very hot. This shows some 42 degrees, 41, 39 degrees as well. So be careful in those areas. And they have here the heat wave warnings too in the Northern Territory, some severe heat wave in some areas, and later all the way to extreme heat wave Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So today's Wednesday, some extreme heat wave, even to Thursday and Friday too. So be careful. The Northern Territory, so like Western Australia, the heat wave warnings too. Still showing like northwestern Australia, but yeah, those areas there. So be careful, but it's not showing as intense as the other, as Northern Australia. There's Queensland, some severe heat wave in some areas, northern western Queensland, mainly northern Queensland, a spot or two of extreme heat wave by Friday, and yeah, so be careful in those areas and stay safe from the heat and the storms and everything. So now New Zealand, the next 5 days it shows more rain there, northern New Zealand and southern New Zealand because of some fronts. So some 16 68 millimeters in Auckland, some 51, so 70 millimeters. The southern islands, so like 125 millimeters, 123. So be aware in those areas like northern New Zealand, some more rain, and this is because of this system there, right between Australia and New Zealand. This is Tuesday, this goes there Wednesday, so now it's Wednesday there, and showing more rain by like Wednesday night into Thursday across New Zealand and those areas. So most of the rain will be Thursday. Thursday the 14th into Friday shows more there, so heavy rain in the South Island, and like shows later Thursday, especially this is Friday noon, Friday morning to Friday noon, shows some heavy rain on like northern New Zealand. So this will be almost Friday afternoon there, shows some heavy rain in the North Island, and then this goes away there. And we might have this next system to maybe affect the parts of New Zealand after November 18th, but that's far out. So yeah, and there's the GFS as well. It shows the system there now. Thursday, this is some heavy rain in the South Island. Shows more on the North Island on Friday afternoon too, and some islands near New Zealand there. Be aware as well in the next system later. So be aware. There's the icon too. Shows the heavy rain in the South Island on Thursday, and goes there. It's showing some heavy rain on North Island already on Friday morning, late Thursday night to Friday morning. So yeah, be aware, and yeah, we might have more stuff later. So the rain accumulation in the icon, it has the South Island all the way to like 200 millimeters in some areas, more there. Shows some more in the North Island, northern New Zealand, and so like 20 millimeters in Auckland or something. The GFS has like some 27 millimeters in Auckland, has some more there, but in the South Island it has like some 111 millimeters in some areas there. So BOR in Christchurch just has like 9 to 10 millimeters, and yeah, but this depends on the model. Like the Europeans a little bit heavier on the Northern Island, so be aware of those systems there. Plus, wind gusts shows Wednesday today the system there and might have some stronger winds. Central New Zealand there in the mountains, especially, it's like some 86 to 104 km per gust in those mountains, especially just south of Arthur's Pass in those higher mountains shows some higher gusts there. So be aware, this is Thursday, this starts coming, maybe along the coast as well by Thursday night, but it'll be really the night between Thursday and Friday morning, showing some mountains there, although it's 106 km per gusts. Some gusty winds parts of the North Island. This coast there shows some more gusty winds the North Island there, and as the system crosses like through northern New Zealand, so 47 to 50 km per gust on like Friday there. So be aware that this goes is still showing some gusty winds on Saturday there, especially in the ocean near New Zealand, and this goes there. And right on the 17th, showing that big front to some strong winds like southern New Zealand and some areas. So be aware with those strong gusts, and the the temperatures are still coldish in those areas, a little bit warmer in the north, but some mountains in the south there does show some -2 at night, -1, -2, 3, and then during the day does warm up to like 15, 17 degrees in Christchurch, 18 degrees in Wellington, 21 degrees in a spot or two, especially some valleys, the North Island, so like 21 degrees, 18 in Auckland, it shows more there. So, and at night still shows like -4 in some higher spots, especially in the south central mountains there, shows still some 13 degrees in the coast, 10 degrees, this coast there, and then like the next day all the way to 20 degrees in the southern coast, and then Thursday night not much cold, shows some minor temperatures, but after we have that cold front on Friday the 15th, shows like again so like more areas of negative temperatures in those areas across the mountains especially. So most of the mountains southern New Zealand to -7, -3, -4. So yeah, be aware of those areas next Saturday, and still even a spot or two in the North Island next Sunday the 17th. So yeah, be aware of those areas. Now snowfall. It does show in the next 5 days some snow in the mountains there, like 14 centimeters parts of the South Island, 12 centimeters, showed more like 8, 10 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 9 centimeters. So a little bit of snow there. Be aware. The GFS has also snow there, mainly in the mountains, but in many areas of the South Island, and the icon has more snow scattered in the mountains too. There, and the icon also has a little bit in the North Island. So yeah, BR the excess has just in the South Island, not that you like 24, 34 centimeters. So yeah, BR in those areas, and this mainly it. So now in the other areas, we still have a front near like French Polynesia, and some lingering storms near Fiji, some islands, Vanuatu. So here we can see very few showers, but there's that front there, shows some storms in the ocean there near the northwestern French Polynesia, and some rain near Adamstown, and some areas of storm or two in Fiji, and some scared storms near the Solomon Islands and some islands there. just north of Vanuatu. And yeah, and if you can see on the satellite, we already have storms in North Australia there. So let's see here on the next 5 days. Does show around Fiji some more showers and storms. This look light, but they might be associated with some thunderstorms already. Show like some 34 millimeters, 17, 18 millimeters. Shows more like in Samoa, American Samoa, some 65 millimeters, 41. More some other islands there, like Taulagatas, some 75 millimeters, because it's in a zone of more moisture there. And like Tuvalu shows some 50 to 60 millimeters, Tokelau, and some other. So beware, French Polynesia shows in Papete next 5 days, close to like 42 millimeters, some thunderstorms, and showers shows more there in some other islands, some 35 millimeters. And some are scared showers or thunderstorms around central French Polynesia and some areas there, and shows still some fronts near Adamstown, Maratea Sud, some 31 millimeters, and 12 millimeters there. So be aware. And some other uh, islands further north to some 8 millimeters and some showers there. So be aware. Vanuatu shows more scared to isolated showers and storms, and like some 30 millimeters, 12 millimeters, and more around Lata and some areas. Shows more in the Solomon Islands, so 40 millimeters, 47 millimeters. So be aware there. And Papua New Guinea show like some 78, some more tropical downpours inside the interior of those areas there. Some more showers and storms near eastern Papua New Guinea too. So yeah, be aware in those areas, and some showers in New Caledonia, maybe some storms too, and yeah, and some other models have different things, like the GFS has in American Samoa some 75 millimeters, and it does have like a little bit less in New Caledonia and a tiny bit more Vanuatu. There's so like 55, 57 millimeters in some areas. So yeah, some showers, storm or two in Fiji, some storms there, and some lingering showers in Tonga, maybe a thunderstorm or two. So be aware those areas, and yeah, and still like mild tropical temperatures throughout those areas, and nothing that crazy. So yeah, waves shows a tiny bit higher near like southern Tonga, Fiji, in some areas, because of a little above normal winds. New Zealand there, the systems, southern Australia, and those areas there. It really kicks up on like Sunday the 17th and Saturday, around Tasmania, those areas, because of those fronts. So yeah, beware. And does show a little bit more calm French Polynesia by Friday, but we might have some other fronts like next Monday the 18th, some more waves. And the wind gusts does show a tiny bit gusty in a spot or two there. So far, January per gust 44 in some spots near like Samoa and Tonga, slightly gusted at like 51 km per gusts from time to time, but nothing crazy. And later next Sunday the 17th and the 18th shows stronger winds like southern French Polynesia and Adamstown. So yeah, be aware in those areas. Be careful with the storms and everything. And